Right, today we're continuing on with our explosive rebar. We need to get the crude oil to our plastic machines. So I'm just looking at here. So it's plastic. And I need 15, so 30, 45, 49, and then it's this one which is almost 11, so 59. Yeah. And the other one's part of the different recipe. But that's how much we need. Gaz, is there any tilted glass windows and walls? You can't find any? What have we got here? Under architecture, there's the roof. And the different variants. And under walls, yeah, I think they're the roofs. They're not walls, they're roofs, but they serve a similar process. No worries, Gaz. I think I'm going to need some head lift too. So I'm just trying to think. This is all good. Possibly. I may need to add pumps. I'm not 100% sure. Phantom, hang on, no worries. Right, now just going to look up some head lift numbers. Pretty sure 10 meters. Yeah. Refinery, blah, 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 10 meters. All right. So that's 4, 8. So yeah, we're going to need pumps. No doubt about it. Welcome back, Phantom. Now, yeah, I think we'll just add Now, I don't think these ones... Oh, but everything's going to... Yeah, actually, they're all going to need pumps. Well, they'll only need a Mark 1. Well, you know what? It actually wouldn't hurt if they were here anyway. And it will make them look more uniform, I think. Do I put them... I reckon I'll put them there. Oh, actually... Let's put them... All of these have different spacings. So I reckon...
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Let's do
7,
this.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, nice
2,
try,
3,
Phantom. Nice
4,
try.
1,
Trying to get the confusion
1, 2,
going.
3, 4, 2, 3, 4.
If I use that as a lineup method, then I'll just go, okay, as soon as it's not highlighted and the power nipple is on the top, yeah, I'll just do that. Although that actually, you know, I think I need to use solid walls because these gates are going to have holes and it's going to be inconsistent. So we'll just do this. Firehammer, how you going? Yeah, you do that. Absolutely. How do you say firehammer? Alright, so now pump. So pretty much all, as soon as it touches, as soon as I get out of that colour, or maybe, no, when the, I'm just going to go, actually, yeah, if I do it from this side, looking at this from this side, when that's just clear, there. And that's a bit harder, so yeah, I'll use that just being clear. That was the wrong way. Why does it rotate around? That's stupid. Headache and an upset stomach, but on a good note, my weekend started 4 hours early. Yeah, right. Sorry to hear you're not well, but sounds like you're putting a positive spin on it. Actually, you know, yeah. That is very annoying that that rotates. What would be the point of rotating? Anyway, just a simple man. these. Oh no! Oh no! It's a bot in chat. What are we going to do? Whatever you do, don't go to streamboo.com, remove the space. Oh dear. Thanks for that, Phantom. Oh, it was a close call. Right. I'm assuming that doesn't clip. No, that's good. Alright. Pipes. Yep. That should be good. They all look uniform in manner. Morgantic, welcome. They do your nut in, Phantom? They certainly do. But the reason why I get bots is I don't have the viewer must be a follower mode, because I just don't like that. When I join a chat, I hate having to follow to talk. Yeah. The worst other generic, love your stream, I'm an artist. Look, I would have never, ever have fallen for one of those and started talking to the bot, ever. And there's no clip of that at all. I think it's totally average gamer says, it's just AI. Someone's made an AI clip of me doing that. Right, so it's 6. So there and there. Yeah, AI is getting pretty good now. You just can't tell. Yeah, I wanted to watch one earlier, and she had follower only on and moved on. Yeah. I get it, but still, I also get it. I get frustrated with it too. Bring on straight pipes. Bring on the 1.1. I'll still put the supports there, but it's easier if I just straight pipe it and then put the supports afterwards. It's a bit like doing this. They provide no purpose except for a visual look that they're supporting. I'm pretty sure that will actually I reckon that's halfway. Middle. Yeah, remember if I had that there. That's totally what I meant. That one actually, I want like that. And then I don't need supports here because the pipe hole will be my support. Which button am I pressing? That one. Oh, that's wall hole. Right. No wonder. I was getting a bit confused there. Well, it all looked good until I realised that one was off. Which one is off? Okay, so after all of that, that needs to go there. Put that there. That goes to there. Get rid of that. That looks better. Much better. To Glad, welcome. How are you today? Okay, so we're going to I need crude oil on the top. Do I? Pipe, the power cable's gonna, will come one down, second from the top. Closing in the weekend so good, and me, look, the weekend has started for me because I finished work. So I am good, thank you. If I do, I'm finding it easy with the Blueprint Designer sometimes to do single things for tasks and then reuse them and then just overwrite them later. For example, I'm going to bring up this one. Got to remember which one it is. Yeah, this one. So all I've got to do is go like that. And I just wanted to have one, so it was definitely that one there. So I don't want any of this. Get rid of all that. Now that should be at the right height. I'm going to go second from top, maybe. Hole by one. It has to have double because it's the building height double. And I'm going to change that icon to that one. So now if I go over here, that is in the perfect spot. This is going to be replaced with walls later, proper walls. Well, I can do the wall now. I'm waiting for 1.1, believe it or not, so I can get the conveyor wall holes. So I'm just going to wait off on that, actually. So if I copy that, and then now that's going to come probably in line with this, so it'll be one there, so that was there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one there and one there. And then I'll just do the supports when needed. Vertical nudge is really going to change all this for me. But this is still pretty simple. So I think I need... Look at that. And then all I've got to do is just put two of those in. And they're supported. It's that simple. This one I'm going to do What's that? That. Oh, it's that one, but... It's that one, but I don't need the holes, but I can just delete the holes. Yeah. That one's got the platform with it, and I don't want the platform. Whereas that one doesn't. So that one will be here. Because I want to get rid of these. And then that put that support up there, and then gave me extra supports down lower for the pipes, for the belts. So that works. Fantastic. Oh, where's the train? I'm going to add another station here. Here it comes. So I'll let it dock, and then when it leaves, I'll... Ooh. Yeah, because I'll put these spare platforms in. So I'll just delete the spare platform, and then... And then we'll go over there and hook up some more oil in. We'll add an extra train carriage. But I want to see the fluids come out and splash everywhere. How can that be oil and there's no oil stains or... Realism gone, lost. Alright, here we go. Then that, so there's one of these on the oh no, it has to go in, that's right. So it's like it's kind of like there, I think. Oh, I'm going to turn it like that. Now that one's going to be affected by the pipe above. I didn't really think about that. But starting off with, I haven't got the height right. I think that's the height now. Yep. But yeah, if I had that there, built it. But there's no reason why I can't do that like that and just have it stepped out. It's going to provide the same purpose. So we're going to have... But it's not the right position, you idiot. I was so close. I had it in one position correctly. There. Wanted it one more across. I'll tell you what, the blueprints certainly make it easier to change your mind. And then I was not looking in the right way. I was like, yep, I've got it lined up perfectly. I didn't do the other alignment. So there. I think one more will be nicer actually. Kind of want to do supports, but it's not going to work. I think I need to do the other ones. These ones. To there, like that. Except I don't want all those pipes, I just want those ones. There we go. And this one, Beautiful. And then, okay, let's temporarily use that as a guide, but not where we're actually going. And then I want my I copy that, and then that's my hole, second from the top. So then perfect. Actually, well, can't really do much about it here. The position I put this in. Oh well, I'm gonna change everything again, but I'm gonna. What does it look like if I put that there? But if I had, no, I don't want that there. I'm actually going to put it there. There's a method to this madness. Guys, I've hit the dreaded old load block. I'm flying about wondering what to do next. Oh. I mean, that's a really good, it's a big issue you've got there, Gaz. So I reckon that goes there, and that goes there. You need to plan something out. He's got a mental block, Phantom. I'm up to particle enrichment, but I don't have the factories to produce that stuff because I just fed lines from storage to get there. Well, that's going the wrong way.
Berries, Kyle! Berries!
Richard, hello, how you going? That's that one there. Oh, I did a mistake here. Where that, you need to look at the ground to do that. Right, and then now that'll be it's the same with this one, I think. Well, thanks. Excellent. Thanks for that. Good to hear. Hope you're recovering. And, or your recovery is going nicely. That's what I wanted. So now that's, let's go. To there. No. Yeah, that's supposed to be there. Oh, I don't need two there. That means this one's off. Oh, I definitely struggle looking up at stuff in this game at times, getting things aligned correctly. That. There we go. Yeah, Phantom, and look at what products you haven't automated and then automate them. That's quite the concept you've got there, Phantom. I'm not going to go to town with the blocks. We're just going to do this. So it's here. So it's this one here. And that one there. Most of them since the last couple of phases. Did you jump ahead, guys? Not automate everything. That's not going to reach. It's not going to be far enough. So I reckon I'll do it to there. Right. Like I'm about to do boards, high-speed connectors and computers using the plastic produce as waste by my power plant. That's a good idea. It's not waste if you do it that way. Oh, look out. No, straight through. Couldn't give two Fs. Now, how did I do this? That was there. I think that was it. This one. Is here. And I had one there. And that like that. Guys, I may have said this before, but a hotkey for quick swapping between jetpack and hoverpack is needed. Yeah, that would help. Be handy. Phantom made the plastic, rubber and fabric production last night. I have 1200 resin a minute from my plant. Woof, it's a bit. Guys, I do have the excess polymer resin from a 120,000 megawatt power plant down the sop. I could use for something. That's a good idea. We're going to be out of power, out of oil at the moment because this is a backwards forward train. Now, well, actually no, it's not until I add the next train carriage in. So it's okay at the moment. Now I was going to these are both pures. I'm pretty sure. Yep, so I can get 600 out of both of them. Right. I'm going to make a couple of quick changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. So let's just do this for a sec. And then I think I'll go that one there. One here. I'm going to put I think it's here. If I put that there, if I do this to here, get rid of that, grab this, that's the right lineup. Yep. That go to there. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that. There. And then I'm going to have this one come into here like that. And then I'm going to lift this one up. Actually, no, I'm going to move it across. So I'm going to have trying to get the right standing spot. I think it's there. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Let's just put that there. Actually, I'm a bit off. Get rid of that. Let's try to make my hanging Tina section like that. Let's get rid of that for the minute. And then this here. Get rid of this. Phantom, you use all the nodes apart from the wells. You haven't unlocked them yet. Yeah, right. So your diluted packaged fuel plant only makes 60,000 megawatts. Still, that's a lot of megawatts. And Gaz has got 1,700 polymer resin currently being sunk. Okay, if that comes in like that, then in this instance, oh, hold on. And then that. Like that. To there. And then I'll put That there. So I'm planning this for when I overclock this one for the next amount of oil I want to use off this. I don't have a need for it just yet. So that's going to go down there like that, and then we'll do it as all Mark II now. Oh no, actually that doesn't need to be there, yeah. I'll let that drain out. So that's going over to there. Power had changed, I reckon. Yeah, we'll just do the same power for the time being. So I've got a feeling if I put that there, well, there's no clipping in. What about here? No. Power connectors are a really weird position on these. Not visible from the front, so to speak. It's a bit annoying. Do you think they have nerfed the burn time of liquid biofuel in the jetpacks? Feels like a shorter lifetime. I don't know. I think Phantom might have a help on that because I haven't really experienced it yet. And Phantom says Infinite Nudge and other new features are awesome. They are absolutely awesome. I agree 100%. Alright, let's get rid of this. We don't need it now. We'll cut over. So what we'll do now is I'm going to put that to there. Put our mascot up there. That's going to there. Sasa, how you going? Phantom reckons the liquid biofuel feels normal. Just try normal fuel now, that's short. Yeah, that's it. You made the liquid biofuel plant last night too, as I ran out and I couldn't stand the fuel. Yeah. It's amazing the difference it makes, isn't it? Okay, so what's going on here? This is an unload station. No, this is a load station. Yeah. What's interesting is these buffers are screwing the head lift I'm going to try if I did this. Actually, yeah, let's just try this. I'm going to delete it. And my this. No, actually, that's going to be too high. No. I'm going to leave that one there. I'm going to put that on top. Is that the right spot? No, it's not the right spot. I'm sure that's the right spot. I put a larger buffer and put tray station 2 pipes to 600, 1200 input to be sure. I can understand that. I'm trying to be a bit specific with my numbers, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to just try from... So I've just got to change this. I think just got to think about this for a sec. How do I do it the way I want it? I don't need that one anymore. That to there. If I had that like that, No, you gotta go a bit higher. That's a bit frustrating. You have to go. What about? No, that's not good. Well, if it's got to be higher, it's got to be higher. I can handle that. Oops. I don't like that though. That looks terrible. And if you go any closer, well, actually, hold on, no. Does that looks better, and then I can still support it there like that. Alright, so what I need to do here is, I'm just going to do that for a second. It's going to let it fill up again. I've got to see if this makes any difference actually. I'll give it a sec. So obviously the bottom one has to fill up first before it starts pushing up to the top one. What's going on, mate? Hey? Hmm? What are you doing? You come up for a pat, hey? Come on. Yep. You're just in time, Randy. Just in time. Or we let those buffers fill up. Hey? What's been going on? Oh, who's a good boy? Yeah. You're a good boy. Oh. Mm-hmm. Gaz, you get to see Randy having his good old pat. Hmm? Yeah. I kind of would like a buffer that fills from the top, to be honest. The legend that is Randy. 110% gas. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense that something fills from the bottom. Firehammer, look at that big baby. Yeah, talking about smoking, not Randy. Thanks, Firehammer. Here's a question for you. Will a standard size washing machine fit in a Toyota Corolla sedan? I'd say no, Gaz. I would say no. Not without dents and damage. Hey? We need to clean that eye of yours. Get some of that yucky gunk. Oh, those crusties. That's better, isn't it? Hey? Yeah? Who's a good boy? Hey? How's that? Yeah. Oh, he's a good boy. Lots of rope might help. Yeah. That's the sort of questions I'm getting on Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace. It's a lovely place to meet people and sell goods. Mm-hmm. Is this still available? All right, come on. Oh, I'm going to go for a quick toilet break. I'll be back. The available question I get, especially if the ad is 4 weeks old, yeah. Guys, understand. How's this going? Nearly full. Nothing at all. But if that's not full, then it's irrelevant. We've really got to wait till that fills up before... Wow, we have been using the oil because that's coming back empty. That's interesting then. It's 2:30. That would mean this one would be full. I should do that experiment with this one. Hold on. Okay, so these are full. So this works. So I'm just going to leave both and just observe, to be honest. We're going to see what happens over time. Good thing is, that train comes back and we change the carriages over, our Smokeless Powder journey should begin. And that one's only going to be doing 300 to start off with until we actually put the next oils platform on. Because there's 2 normals here, I think. We should put a radar tower up there. We'll do that before heading back. Oh, I didn't put proper pumps in for the crude oil at the other end, so we'll have to put some in. Get rid of this. I didn't make the station at the other end and unload either. Ah, you don't get to honk the horn when you're in the back locomotive. That's a bug report straight away. I'm trying to think. That's... Oh yeah, I think I need a 50-metre head lift. A Mark II pump for sure. Oh, and it is an Evan. Perfect. So that needs to be a Mark II. Oh, you can't upgrade? That is annoying. Isn't it? I'm not entirely happy with my layout here at the moment. We may redo the some of this in the future, maybe. I wonder what sort of head lift we're going to get from this. There's a bit of a glitch there, isn't there? So that's only 13 meters. I don't believe that. I think that Oh no. I think the oil's coming out. It's a full pipe. Maybe it just needed to fill the pipe up. Yeah, now it's 42 meters. Yeah. So I think it's got to wait now for the full pipe to expand out. For it to saturate, because it's a long pipe. It might be alright. The oil's getting to there. The oil's not getting to here, so it's that last. I'm going to wait a bit, but I think, yeah. That's a pretty fat pipe. Oh no. Oh, wow. We must be on the cusp of acceptable head lift. .5 and you get like 52 or something. So wow, that's awesome. It's a good to know actually where I can get one pump to in this build throughout. I didn't set up sinks yet. I've got to set up my output to the sink, because I'm not doing any of this plastic yet. All I care about is a heavy oil residue. And all of this plastic is currently going to be backing up the machines. So let's they might be right here. I need a. Oh, actually, for the moment, I'm just going to do. Where are we? I need to change back to this. We're just going to do that. And then that'll just go to our sink over here. which that there should go that's right. Perfect. So I should have some plastic coming down. There it goes. Something doesn't look right here. Or is it just the angle I'm on? It's just the angle. It does look right. Okay. Alright, so now these are all supposed to be processing heavy oil residue. If it got crude oil in, that one's not getting crude oil. Well, look at that. Some of these haven't even been hooked up. Just the one. Well, that's good. Alright, well, how's the crude oil going? Because it's a long trip and there's a little amount being made, so I mean heavy oil residue. Is that literally none? It hasn't made its way yet. There's none in these pipes here. There's a smidgen in that one. This one is a no-go because that's... I've got to make a decision about that one. I haven't got that far yet. What's interesting here is... what is its... Why is the light flashing? I think I've reached the height limit. This is actually quite annoying. I think what I need to do is get a wall. Place the wall there. Oh. Let's say there. Get my pump. Put the pump in the position I want it to be in. So the wall orientation is going to be important here. It's because I'm so close to the refinery. So I reckon it'd be there. If it's not going to be there, that's actually where it's got to be. And then I can just... Right, okay. So I just can't get it that close to refinery. It's just not... That's not nice with that. That was a perfect solution. Now it's not. What's interesting over here is these ones are also flashing. Is it just that there's not enough fluid that's come in yet? I'm just going to wait. But this pipe here, I mean, is it full? That's the question. It's not full yet. But the buffer, it's now buffering. No, it hasn't buffered. So I'm just going to wait, actually. So 10 meters. I thought I checked this. Yeah, so that would be 4. Well, that's 8. I think we're within the 10 meter limit. Let's be a little bit patient, more patient and see. I mean, it did get past this one here. So it's literally going to be, because I'm producing such a minuscule amount, it's going to take forever and a day for that to get over there. Oh look, it did. It did take some. And it hasn't, yeah, I'm going to leave it all alone. I think we are actually at a perfect height. Any higher, I think the next, if I tried to go higher, oh look, and they are pumping. So I'd like to know why it's flashing. Is it because it just hasn't got enough fluid flowing in? Is that why it's flashing? Now, how long is it going to take to... Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, we're getting colour. Liquid manifolding is such a headache in this game, even down to even pumps having to be offset in many cases. Yeah, Matt, Firehammer. I've heard your issues. Oh, we've got it coming over here. All right, so really... Now it's just a waiting game for it to get all the way over here. Like this whole pipe has to saturate that whole distance before it starts pushing up. Well, that's okay. I can handle that. Once you get going though, it's flawless, and I believe you're alright. Sometimes just a little patience is key, yeah. I think in this case, we just have to be patient. So while that's happening, we can continue on to the next stage. Did I want to... I'm actually just going to go back and put that radar tower up the top that I was talking about. Because I've got the resources now. What's up, mate? What? What do you want? Do you want to go outside, do you? I'll be back in a sec. Yep, Randy just wanted to go outside. So I've got what I do have the what I need to make it, because it looks like I've got enough of everything. So we'll go and put that radar tower in, I reckon. I mean, the liquid biofuel is just crazy good. From that corner there to here. I've already got that hard drive, pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have a question mark on it, so it should be good. Leave me alone. But you wish you left me alone now. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Once you get used to the fact you don't have to hold the button the whole time, liquid biofuel in the jetpack can give you some extremely great exploration advantages. Yeah. Night Bliss, liquid biofuel is the best. 110% agree. It's, yeah. It's absolutely awesome. So I reckon we put one of these power towers Someone's not happy with my existence. Ah, crap. Now I got these guys going for me. Alright, so now we should have... Ooh. Weak signals found for summer slips. Ooh, Mercer-spheres. One hard drive still. But the reason I did this is that there's 2 normal nodes there. So that's awesome. Happy days. Alright. That expands that out a bit. And there's a SAM there. Yeah, right. Where's that one? I think that's up really high, yeah. Limestone, coal, that's all, yep. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do was get another radar station down. And we didn't do these the other day, so I need to finish these off. Stairs are important. Now, if I'm correct with these... Yeah, we just keep going up. Well, I'll just do it to that height for the moment, because I actually don't need to go any higher. That's that one. And this one. My feet on. Beautiful. Get rid of that as well. finish with that for the moment. Get my feet on. So that's the ladder to that floor, which is absolutely awesome. So let's just double check a few machines. There's no buffering, which is absolutely awesome. So it's just a matter of all these pipe sections filling up. Okay, the next one is this factory. Needs some stairs to the... Well, I don't need stairs up there. And I haven't built anything on that roof, so I don't need stairs there yet. But I do need stairs over here. We also needed to redo the Explorer route to the Sulfur, because it has gotten deadlocked before. It's not a major thing, but it's just another thing that I have to do that's a bit annoying. That seems right. Yep. That one. There you go, vehicle deadlock. And here it is right now. Well, now it's time to fix this. I'll redo it now. I'm going to delete the path. I'm going to delete that path. Now this will be Route 16. Mr. White, hello. How you going? Good to see you. Right, so the way I'm going to do this time is I'm going to get rid of these for the moment. Let's get this over here. So I'm going to come in this way this time with this one. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to come out of here. I'm sure I do a left turn here. Yep. What was that I was holding? That might have been my silver hog statue you can buy in the Awesome Shop. That would probably be what it was. Alright. Well, he's just really screwed up my route. Anyway. That's there. And he's going to be my way again. That's so annoying. Fuck. I have to redo the route. Take two. Do it slightly different this time, actually. Alright, here's our pause. I'm going to go although if I go this way I'm going to cause myself trouble by all these other vehicles, but hey, why not? I'll probably redo this route again at some point because I'll blow up all those rocks when I get the Noblisk. that a stop? That was not a stop. We have to start again. Third time. Remember to turn right up here. So I reckon this time I'm going to turn right here. There's my pause. There wasn't a pause there. I don't know. See, there's a pause. Right, one more time. Turn number 76. Oh, you're in my way. He's going to slow my record. Attempt number 69. Right, there's my stop. There's my pause. There it is. Now, don't forget to turn right up here. Perfect. Got it. So this is route number 16, Sulfur. Oh god, it reversed back into the truck that was there. Hilarious. Anyway, that's that sorted out. Back to what I was doing. Putting stairs. It's going to quickly take my jumper off, folks. Hit and run, you reckon, Torlak? Absolutely. That's what I reckon too. But he comes in much better now, that Explorer. Go the other side and... Okay, that one was done. Oh, it's the top floor, yeah. That's right, I need the top floor. I don't know how I did this before. Ah, so it's just a matter of getting that there. Having the walls much easier. Yeah, because that's not correct. Yeah, that's better. We're going to be probably doing some walls later when 1.1 hits. There we go. And this side, this one here as well. Quite difficult getting the right angle. That seems good. Let's get the beam done. Those pipes are filling up. That means we must be having some smokeless powder soon. redo that beam. No smokeless powder yet. Still waiting for that heavy oil residue.
Hey,
Get in there.
Smacky, you just gotta follow.
Thank
get
you,
in there.
Raising Bread Basketball Game, for the follow.
Although this is where I think we are going to need pumps. Maybe, I don't know. No. The pumps at the other end, they're fine. Raisin Bread Basketball Game. Welcome. What a long name. All right, so now we've got all of our smokeless powder stuff happening. We're supposed to be making explosive rebar, which is in a manufacturer. So I need to make the iron rebar and the steel pipe. So the iron rebar for the explosive rebar is going to be just here, I think, from memory. So before we do that, oh, I never put. Oh, yeah. I put all these in, but I never put the pole. That's alright. I'll do that now. And this one, I may have to do it in a sec. Thank you. Longest Twitch for the house. Nice. Well, I mean, if that's what you're going for, you got it. Got to stand out from the crowd. And I'll just do. There we go. Okay. All right. So I need. I could probably put 2 of these here. Or is that gonna... So that there... I was going for raisin bread basket ball gamer, but the R wouldn't fit. That sucks. Yep, I went there. Oh, I can get rid of that. That's gonna clip, so I don't want that. So I'll probably go there. And that will fit there. Maybe There's no reason why it can't go there. My power's not going to go across there though. Because I'm going to have two, I'm going to have a need for two of these. Is my output going to work there? Give it a go. That's not what I wanted. That was not what I wanted. A second one there. Okay, perfect. And yes, output will be okay. Sucks when work's a bit like that, Morgan. It certainly does. Iron Rebar, 66.7%. So that is going to come out. We're going to have a manufacturer I don't know if I want to have it. I might actually do this one here that way. Or up here instead, up here. Actually, probably there. I like that. Why would I want to do that? I don't know. I think that might. Just that allows for a little bit more routing from different angles. We'll give it a go. I'm low-key considering doing a smoking and going to childcare just for a thorough change of scene. And there's so much workforce missing in that area. Yeah, man, it's one of those funny things, hey? Like, it's actually not a crazy idea when you think about it. So for those of you who don't know, I was in childcare. I stepped away from childcare. Like I gave it a try for 12 months. Maybe 2 years. And a few things happened. I thought I'd just step away for a while. I've stepped away for 2 years, and I've thought about, I'm actually going back into childcare now. But I'm going to be doing casual work. So on demand, available with 2 different centres to go in when they need me. And hopefully we can pay the bills at the same time. And also, on the days that I'm not doing childcare, is more time to focus on working on my website and videos and lots of stuff, so I can be a pretty amazing streamer and content creator. Maybe. We'll see. So there's lots going on. Can't set that. Can you set explosive? No, you can't set a recipe that you haven't unlocked yet. Yep. That's alright. Even better than now. Look at that gasp, shock, horror face. There's always room for improvement. Always room for improvement. Do it. And that and teaching sorely lacking males in those fields. Job will relatively be easy to come by. Yeah. That's amazing. So, see, this is the funny thing. On a completely different subject. I can go with... I can't do it to find explosive rebar because I haven't researched it yet. But I can... get the explosive rebar icon to put on things. Even though I haven't researched it yet. That's how I discovered, like if you didn't know much about the game and you're in here, oh, there's snow in the game? What's that about? IT is a bit of a cutthroat industry, like, well, not cutthroat. IT, I experienced it for 20 years, and you generally only hear from people when something's wrong. Ronan, did you find the explosive rebars at a crash site by any chance? I might have found some, maybe, but I didn't find snow. I've no idea how I got the snow icons. Morgancy, actually, it's kind of worse as a male because you're basically instantly facing a lot of prejudices and you have to prove that you're not a creep first. Maybe that's worse here in Germany, I don't know, but it's bad. Yes and no. It's interesting. I find a lot of people are like, wow, they can't believe how good I am with kids. And then, yeah. Not to talk myself up too much. So I could probably put that there. That'd be a 4. Hold on. What's going on here? That's a magical smirking conveyor belt that I hadn't properly changed. There we go. Now we're getting overflow. IT is a thankfully choice. I assumed it didn't mean IT, but IT also fits, yes. Yeah, no. Do you mind if I ask if you care for more than one child? Yeah, so I go to a childcare centre and I go into specific rooms. So there's ratios. So in the 2 to 3 year olds I'm in a room with. So there's one educator per 11 children. So you got to have that stuff. So yeah, you can have a lot of kids, but you've got to have the staff, and yeah. But you'll have if you were working there permanently, you would be a key educator for certain children, so you would be responsible for that child, for like changing diapers and things like that. But with my because I'm going as a casual. I don't have any children assigned to me, but you'll just get children that, like I changed a diaper for a girl the other day, and then at the end of the day, when I was leaving, she wanted me to do it again, but because I was leaving, I couldn't. But she didn't want this other person to do it, so it's one of those funny things. Morganti, a lot of places, the male caregivers aren't allowed to change diapers because the parents don't want it. I've heard that, Morganti, but that's actually, in Australia, discrimination. So that actually, the parent can't request that because that's discriminating against the caregiver. It's quite interesting. Right, so that's going to go to there. That needs to be updated. There we go. You think it's here too, but no one cares. Yeah, it's not a. It's definitely it's not an easy industry to get into as a male. There are a lot of preconceived ideas. But I do enjoy it. Like, what was it, yesterday? Not yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I was sitting down with the kids in the morning, and it was a really good time. I was reading a book, and I wasn't reading the book. They were telling me all the things in the book, and I was enjoying it. They were enjoying it. Yeah, it's good. Kids, people, everyone was just having a good time. All right, so how are we going here? Have we got any? Nothing's come out yet. I'm still waiting for the pipes to saturate. So it's going to take a bit. These ones are actually starting. Like, I think. We might go check the head lift now and see what the head lift says. Because those pipe segments are starting to get full. There's one that isn't. I know about that one. Where are we? Yeah, there's no real head lift yet going on. This one might have some. 0.9, yeah. Where heaps. Yeah, that's not the issue. I worked 1 year doing voluntary work, and while I was significantly overwhelmed with all the kids, I did enjoy it, and now that I'm more mature, that's when I was 18, a long time ago, I know I can handle situations much better now. Absolutely, yeah. It's, it gets full on. You're not wrong. And you get 6 crises happen at once. Everyone wants is attention, or they need something done, and you've got to work out what to do. So I reckon it sounds like you'd be good at it, Morgan. It always happens at once, yep. Doesn't matter what it is. It always happens at once. Okay, so I've got to think about this. I've got to deal with some overflow. So I think I'm alright with that. There. That coming in. It's going to be steel pipe. I'm just remembering what it was. Steel pipe, iron rebar, and smokeless powder. So iron rebar down below. Steel pipe is going to come from that one there, over there. So it could, I could actually do that as well. And then and the last one like this. But because I leave because of a headache or not, the groceries are not going to appear here by themselves. That is true, Morgantic. 2 kids, 3 simultaneous problems. How did you manage to stub your toe and cut your finger in 10 seconds? There's too many questions that are unanswered there, Morgantic. Kids be kids. Just cause. I reckon overflow. I reckon so that's a 2. I kind of like that. If that was like that. And have it hanging just above the, maybe a 4. Just to give it some clearance. No, maybe a 3. So there. And I could have, so then you're going to have your overflow like that. That. That's a Mark 4. And then I could put another one of these. You'd have to have one at a time. So that would have to be like that. And I would have and I would also need to have that there, and then you would have another one of these here. That goes to there, and then that like that. And then, so if that was, if I did this one as steel pipe, and right would be overflow. This one would be smokeless, and right would be overflow. And this one would be Iron Rebar, and left is overflow. So this one, Smokeless Powder, it's this one here, Explosive Rebar. Yep. So yeah, yep. There's going to be no fluid output on any of these. And this one, okay, so if we went there, there's a definite chance that go down there. That's a bad place for that. Okay, so not there. Could go. It could actually go here. But that's in a bad spot. So that's a no. Well, 3 evaluate. Let's do some adjustments. Because actually that, yeah, all right, so we could use this here. Let's some of these. So now I could come out here, for instance. Maybe, or maybe not. But there's no reason why that couldn't be. Let's just say it was there. Yeah, that's better. So I could do. Let's just go back to here. Direction is important that way. So I could do this. Did I do that? Right here. That to there. Yeah. And then let's just go up and hook that up. Oh, lovely. Still waiting on heavy oil residue. It's getting there. We've just got to wait for this layer network. This whole pipe has to saturate, and look, it's getting there. The fluid's sloshing backwards and forwards, but this one needs to fill up. And yeah, nothing's going to happen till that happens. But while we wait, so that was going down, and that's going down to there, and this is where I was thinking So it's going to be that. So there. So this is the smokeless powder. Yep. So that is that one there. So then that to there. There we go. So then that'll be smokeless powder coming down. Coming into here. The iron rebar is this one. So that's going to be output from this one. So now that's iron rebar, and so I need let's go back to our iron rebar. So that's this one here. So we need iron rods. This is our last iron rod production line, and then I won't be making iron rods for the rest of this build at all. How crazy is that? Because I'm using some alternate recipes in that. Okay, so the rods. That's the screws. Alright, so let's just see if we can track any useful paths. I reckon coming through at that one, so that's 1, 2. Okay, so the second one from the ceiling. And I get to here and I've got no luck. But I do, because I do have the ceiling, the top one here, Oh no. Yeah. And we can do some jiggery. And make that happen. So our last iron rod machine these are all built and in production, so it's just going to be over there. Yeah, I'm not going to try and squeeze it in down here. So your ingot's coming in that way, so input's this side. We've got to retrofit all of our machines that I haven't done yet with the power poles in these older factories. I'm not going to get distracted with that right now. As tempting as it is, I will do it for these ones here though, because it'll help me distribute the power along properly. So in other words, that that's going to go to there. Right, so I can get rid of that now. And that one. Okay, so that gets that done. They're continuing to work. Yep, rightio. What's this one going to be? 66.7%. Okay, so this one, my output for this one, I'm going to get it on this top row and we'll go across, we'll drop under and so we'll come in that like that. That. You need that one there. That one, this one. That'll be maximum, yeah. I don't want to... That should get me to there. That's the one. Perfect. It's just me, Kate. Good morning. How did you start putting belts in there? It looks so clean. I want to learn. Well, the most important thing is you need to unlock the conveyor sealing mounts. They really help. They're in the Awesome shop, and you can start off initially. You can just do conveyor, your normal conveyor supports. There is a distance of 7 foundations. That's the maximum I can run a belt from support to support. So if you see, if I try and get any further, it won't let me go. And the only other thing I can suggest is start off with your height being the 3rd stack high. And the reason for that is, and it's fully up to you, that's how high a truck, it allows a truck to go underneath without clipping. So how do you belt between machines in the beginning? Well, I have a factory and a factory and a factory. So I start off over there, this factory over here, that's iron ingots. So look at all these belts of iron ingots coming over. I run individual production lines. You can have a look at my spreadsheet there that I've linked in chat, and I run the individual lines across. So, like for instance, you can see there's ingots coming here. They're going to the the screw factory for casted screws. But some of the I've got coming in here. I've got ingots coming in here for, they're coming from underneath. Another example is this one here. Here you go. So I've got ingots coming in for 3 of these screw constructors, and then that output for rod, and those iron rods go off to the next thing. So I'm just doing this style of build, and I've kind of worked out roughly how large each one is in terms of how many machines I want to fit on each floor and so forth. I hope that answers your question. As you can see here, so this is I didn't actually have a roof above me. So if I built a roof above me, I would have been able to hang these instead of having these ones. So like a rod factory, a screw factory, yeah, exactly right. Yep. So that's, oops. So that's a screw factory there. Behind it is, I think, reinforced iron plates. You know, you've got copper ingots, wire, cable, rotors, copper sheets, and all of those copper ingots all come from that one down there. You've got iron plate here. This one's a bit different. This is the explosives factory, so the ammunition. So all the ammunition is built in this factory. So there's a mix of them. But that's the odd one out. So I've actually got, you can see I've got these pipes coming across, and that's the heavy oil residue for the smokeless powder that I'm currently working on. We're working on explosive rebar right now, so while I'm waiting for that to pass through the whole system, I'm now making the iron rods for those. So we're about to now conveyor belt all the way back to where I need those iron rods. And there's a few little logistical challenges here because of some heights that I'm trying to work with. So I'm going to come in at this height here, and I'll probably, it's going to be on that one there. Yep. And then, yeah, I've got a few blueprints, like for instance, this here, this corner with all of these is actually a blueprint that I use. So I don't have to build all of those ceiling supports. When I do the next level of a building, I look down and I can place it, and they're all there ready to go. So I'm trying to think. Should be alright. So then that. So it can be a bit of a logistics nightmare sometimes, trying to work out stuff. You gonna try that on your build? Excellent. Yeah, it's just a different way of doing it. It might be easier for some and harder for others, but yeah. Now I'm going to, because that's in the way, so that is going to go to there, and then I'm just going to do that to there. So that's going to go to there, and that is going to go to there, and I'm going to do a stubby lift, and that's how I transition those layers there. And now going over here. Now I am actually going to run into a little bit of a freaking nightmare of noises. Hope I'm not triggering anyone there. And that lets me navigate through there. And then that should be there. Yep. And then that's going to come to... Right. So this is an early one I did with the belts, and you can come with the stackable poles, but you can come back later and swap them over. I really am liking the ceiling supports. Everything looks much cleaner. And then that there. That hangs those. And then alright, so that's a smart splitter there. At that height. I want... Yeah, I can actually do the next height. So that'll be... I want 5. So I have a bunch of blueprints with splitters and mergers at different heights as well. So it can help with some of this build style, you see. It does require a bit of thinking and that. That. There's no clipping there. So that should go to there. And I'm also overflowing on the input of everything. If you actually go to that link I provided, there's a whole bunch of information about this playthrough. Some guidelines I've given myself in terms of clipping and that sort of stuff, and floating splitters and things like that, what I do and don't want. So iron rod will go straight ahead. I might watch you from the beginning. I'm loving your build. Thanks. Yeah, all those episodes are there on YouTube. Definitely check them out. That way you can sort of see how my brain put it together. And any variation of what you want to try will work. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this here is overflow, yep. So if I had... that there. that would be there. Oh, I've never had a hanging belt that low. It's hilarious. Can you put that ceiling hanger then under like stacking? No, like you can't. There's no zipping. Is that what you mean? Or never mind, you just did it. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. The only thing you can't do nicely is pipes. There's no version of those with pipes. So I created is it this one? Well, there's a version I've got of it where you've got the pipe holes. There's a three-way version of it. And you just do that in the blueprinter where you put a wall up and a ceiling, and you just... The key to putting anything like... All this stuff you see me do with blueprints, the key to putting it down, to building it, it's not to look... Don't look at where you want it to go. Like, here, I want it to be there. The trick is, if I show you here, if I put this next to this here, it's probably not going to make a lot of... It's probably not going to show my example properly. Yeah, see how they're not the same height? Can you see that there? So the trick here is not to look at where you want it to go, but if you know it needs to go here, then you can lock it in, and then you can look up, and then you can adjust where it's got to go, but you can see now how they're the correct height. And that'll change with 1.1. I'm not on 1.1, but vertical nudging will help you with that. But all of this stuff I'm doing, you'll see when I do it a lot, I look down where the hologram's going to go, and that's where I know that it's going to place correctly. So that'll be overflow to the left. Rightio. So that's all good to go. That's that coming in, and the output of it's going, and that's all done. It's got power. So now we need the ingots. So yeah, what I was saying before was in my blueprints, like I've got almost splitters from heights 0 through to 8, mergers 0 through to 8, smart splitters 0 through to 8. Actually, I've got to do a sign here. All of this gets really complicated. So I've got signs. That's right, I did that. Let's change this. Here. So every machine has a sign. That's just how I'm making this happen. It doesn't look great. So this is Iron Rebar. And this is for Explosive Rebar. And it's iron rods that are coming in. And they are it's basically 10, yeah, 10. 10, oops, one machine, 10 each. Alright, and then let's go back and put the sign on the other one. So we're going to need the same spot. Yeah, we'll do it there. So overflow to the right, and then that's a spot. Overflow, and then bringing in our ingots, which will probably just be the next layer. Oops, good time for a save. There's a chance I could use this layer here. There is an opening. There is an opportunity here. Yeah, we might do that. Alright, so we haven't updated this factory yet either. Did I screw that up? God, I did. Looking up can be a bit difficult sometimes when you're doing this stuff. Your depth perception can be missing. those. Alright, I'm getting a little bit distracted, but that's okay. It's nice to tidy things up as you go when you get to them. It means you don't do the whole factory in one go and it becomes an overwhelming task. Alright, so this is somewhat unconventional. So this is, that is the incoming iron. Yeah, it's not much. 54 plus 15. Well, let's just say 16. And then oh no, was I looking at the wrong one? Yeah, yep. 17 and 3. Whoa. So we're only using 90 on that at the moment. So heaps of expansion options. So back to here. So I had made the iron rod. And then the iron ingot for the iron rods. This is where we're up to here. So I want to do this in basic iron ingot. So it's a machine at 20%. Alright, so, and we're going to have a few more of these actually, so is that, let's just put 3 more down and we'll use them as needed. That's it. Alright, so this one was 20%. Okay, the output now there. While I'm doing this, I'll just put one more and we'll wrap up that whole one. So I've got a foundry pole. That'll go to there. Alright. That one up. And that's already been hooked up. So now, that's this one at 20%. I'm sort of doing not really doing a proper load balancing of this at the moment, to be honest. But I might make some changes to that. That's coming in there. So that's... Actually don't like that. Crushroom, hello, welcome. I'm actually going to change all that after doing all that. That's overflow, that's why that's like that. I could still have that going that way. Just thinking about a few things. Is that just a normal splitter or it's a smart splitter? Smart splitter, yeah. Alright. How have you been doing? Look, not too bad to be honest. Things are going well, so yeah. We're just working on some explosive rebar. How about yourself? How have you been doing? Because I've still got to deal with... Yeah, look, let's not make major changes here. Let's just... I'm not a manifold fan, but we're just going to keep going with manifold. That's what's going to happen here. And we'll tidy this up a bit down the track. So that's there. We're there. You're good trying to get my engine project done. That's right, you were working on your vehicle. Now that was the wrong way. So it needed it coming like that to there. Working on your engine project. How's it going? You're rebuilding, was it rebuilding? So explosive rebar is what we're working on at the moment. So I'm just working here on the iron ingots for the iron ingots for the for the iron rods for the iron rebar for the explosive rebar. Nailed it. So that'll be another 25. So we need to make sure that one is bringing in this top one. Let's make it 120. If it's not already. Yep, building an engine from the block up, trying to get it mounted in the truck. Aha. Nice. That's keeping you busy by the sounds of it. We'll upgrade that to a Mark II. And that'll give us 120 straight away. And actually reclaim a shard. So that was nice and handy. And easy. Busy and broke. Oh dear. Ah well. As long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing. And the limestone. Is that more? It is. So that's... Why did I... That one... 33. Ah, that was actually supposed to be... That actually was supposed to be 33. So 94. Anyway, it was needed. Anyway, 54 plus... $25. Oops. Should be a fun sleeper when you're done. Absolutely. You should make a video or something. Some little documentation as you go. 28. That's wrong. That's... Anyway, whatever. 4.8. And I'll need another 8. So I'm still... Oh, wow. I'm still be... If that's bringing Mark II up, 120, then we're right. You have loaded up to TikTok and have its own Instagram. Freaking awesome. Feel free, you can share the links if you want. That looks like that is Mark II coming in. Let's upgrade that. And then we get some shards back from doing that. And it'll still be Mark II. Perfect. Now, so I've just got to hook up that limestone and the ingots will be made. screwed up there in the placement of those. And we'll do that. And I'm going to do the use that sign. Alright, so this is, we're making iron ingots. And this is for the explosive rebar. And then we've got iron ore, which is 5. Make sure I'm getting this correct. And limestone. Which is 8. And that's outputs 10, excuse me, 10 per minute. There we go. Alright, so now I just have to hook it up. So it was this one here, I think. So I'm going to go with that'll go to here. Why would you not want to go straight? It's weird sometimes, isn't it? Alright, and then that will go to there. That's right, I've got it. I'm in the middle of making some changes. Right. Okay, so that's coming in there. Now it's output. This is where I need to get creative. Alright, so its output's going to be... you like my setup? Thanks, man. How are you liking the new changes they've added? I had a play with them when they first came out, but I haven't actually switched over to in this save. I'm waiting till it comes full blown. Dusty, the V8 Nissan. I'm going to save that and have a look at that link on my other computer. One sec. But yeah, I'm really... Conveyor wall holes, they're going to make a big difference to this factory. Yeah, right. I like the paint job. That's pretty cool. Is that how it came, or? Geez, that looks nice and clean. Thanks. No, you did. Yeah, it looks pretty. I like it. It's a good style. I couldn't be bothered logging in right now, but yeah, that's pretty funky. All right. I am getting a bit distracted here. So I think all I'll do here is we'll go, I'll bring that to here, I think, because that's the only thing I don't like about this is I'm blocking myself. I think what I might start doing is I can do that. And then we might do some changes, like if I do to that one there, and then that, it's too far, it'll reach to there. That'll work. Yeah. I'm going to do a few of those poking out the edge of the building just to reroute things around. Alright, that'll be the end of... Is that coming in at a good rate? It is good. Alright. That'll take a while to proliferate, because that's going to come around. That'll go into there. Already done that, that's good. I've done the output. Alright, so steel pipe would be next. That might be a next episode. Let's see where the smokeless powder's up to. Did it actually get these pipes are looking full. Are the refineries working? Not yet. Are there any? Nothing's in there. Geez, you must be close. These pipes look full. Alright, let's go back and check my head lift and everything. Feel like we're close. Why only Mark 1 belts? That is only going at 10 per minute. So it doesn't matter if it's Mark 4 or Mark 1. I'm still only making 10 per minute. Okay, it's not buffering up, so everything's still working good. How's our head lift? That one. Yep. So it's just, we're making a very small amount here. So it's just going to trickle through. Oh, that's got a 1.2 head lift. Whoa. And I do like Mark 1 belts too. I like to see everything moving. And when it just screams past at the fastest speed possible, it just doesn't have that same feel. So I know that this one's not making anything. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, we are. This is very close. To actually still got a bit to go. Bit of patience. Power seems to be stable. Got 12,000 megawatt hours stored in our batteries. Yeah, so the next thing is to bring steel pipes into here, and they'll come from the steel pipe factory over there. They will, yeah, they could come. We'll work it out. That's working much better. As I see it stuck, of course it's working much better. But they do actually just resolve themselves like that. But it's all working fine. We'll have to put out some more radars, towers at some point. We'll get there. We'll get there. Well, I think that's it for me for this episode. Let's go and see how many coupons we made this episode and find someone to raid. Mate, we have made some good progress. Our next big step is that pipe. And once we get the smokeless powder, I'll actually be able to set the recipe in the machine. Five coupons. Awesome. Put them away. So we don't need iron or limestone in my inventory, that's for sure. But yeah, we're just waiting for those refineries to start making smokeless powder. That will happen soon enough once those pipes fill up. But yeah, we actually finished the iron rod factory. Like, we made the last iron rod machine, so that means we can wrap up that iron rod factory at some point. There'll be no more iron rods made through this whole playthrough. I think so. Yeah, because the explosive rebar was my last rebar machine production line. I've made all the other ones. So, good episode today. We continue with the explosive rebar. We got the crude oil running in for the heavy oil residue to make the smokeless powder. We're waiting for the pipes to fill up with heavy oil residue to get to the actual smokeless powder refineries. While we're waiting for that, we made the rebar, the iron rebar for the production line of explosive rebar, and we belted it all in, and we also did the iron rods and the iron ingots for all of that. We will then have to make pipes next, and once we've made those, we should have iron explosive rebar. Can't wait for it. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.